Thank you. So thank you for being here with us. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker, and we're going to just take a little moment here and talk to you about the promotional sponsor of this show, which is a consulting firm here in the Omaha area called Growth Dynamix, right? GrowthDynamix.org, by the way, if you're looking up the firm. And what's interesting about this firm, they do a lot of planning, strategy and planning, helping company. And that's so important now, Bruce, as you know, because people are muddled up. They're not sure what they should, where they should be going.
Even branding?
Yes. Do branding. We even make up ditties for songs, but that's another topic. But one of the most interesting things that is being kind of floating around these days as people talk about strategy is this phrase about strategic alliances, joint ventures. Maybe we should be partnering with somebody, because if we found the right company, we could partner with them and maybe go into this industry, do something over here that we haven't actually ever done. Right. And this has come up recently when people talk about the Internet of Everything. You know what that is, of course, with all the sensors in your kitchen and in your house, and they're all connected on a giant, computer ecosystem.
It's a little creepy.
It's a little creepy. But trying to get into that requires, cooperation and collaboration with other companies who you may not really know.
Huge.
But you kind of have to work with them and actually really form a cohesive relationship. And so somebody says, well, we'll handle the hardware, you handle the software, you guys do the digital programming. There could be 3 or 4 different companies, and they combine, they work together to form some kind of a system that never existed before.
I've always wondered how that is choreographed. Who choreographs it?
Well,
actually?
That's a very interesting question. It's exactly...
Somebody has to.
What an insightful question, because what you find is you get these companies that do this collaboration. They think of themselves as the leaders in that industry, okay? That's no surprise, right? And they want to work with other companies that are the leaders. Like I mentioned to you before, Elon Musk and SpaceX working with Microsoft. A great example, they're both leaders in that space rocketry industry, right? But the question is, who leads this parade?
Yeah.
Somebody has to be in charge, make decisions. When do we cut bait and we're done? Or when do we invest $500,000 each and push this thing further? That kind of thing, right? And nobody wants to say, well, we're a good company too. We don't want to be led by our nose. We'll go ahead and lead.
Yeah, you got to leave your ego at the door.
You got to leave your ego at the door when you're collaborating, and you got to trust the judgment of your partner. And so, lots of times, really good, viable partnerships never get too far because they can't agree on who's running the show.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, Growth Dynamix can help your firm find a partner, develop a model for collaboration, and so on and so forth. This is a complex and sophisticated process, and we can help you do that. And we're holistic thinkers, so we can analyze the ecosystem within which you operate, right? And suggest different partners, see the trends, how they come together, convergence. Big word.
It helps to have a third party from the outside looking in.
It really does, and to observe how they work together, and then use a template for cooperation and communication. So important. You've got one over here, and they kind of apply it and say, "We'll follow this system right here," and because you become the expert quickly on how to pull companies and frankly, CEOs with big egos and pull them all together. And realize it's more important to stick with the value. That's the key, by the way, as I have learned, is to focus on what is going to be our value proposition. What is it we're really offering the customer, And then all the rest kind of can fall in place. So many times smart companies and very bright, they kind of cobble together some kind of a loose coalition, and they enjoy hanging out and they have meetings and stuff like that. But they get to a certain point, they're not really sure what it is we're trying to actually make.
Right. It's like, and I'll just go on a little rabbit trail here, like if you have a musical group, a band, and you've got 6 players who are all at the top of their game.
Yeah.
They can't all try to be out
the lead guitar player.
No, they can't. They've got to just work together to make one beautiful sound.
Yeah, and it can truly be beautiful at the end.
Oh yeah.
But they got to stick there. It's got to be harmonious. Right. Anyway, that's the deal with GrowthDynamix.org, and check them out and ask them to meet with you, and we'll figure out something going forward in your industry. You'll have strategic foresight for 2021. That'll be great. Thank you.